We've gotten a chance this spring to get a lot of young guys some reps, which has been great. And I think a lot of those guys are coming a long way. I have a good feeling about our depth in the fall. I think with the experience the young guys are getting more physical, that we're going to have more guys that we put on the field next year.
Is it just experimenting with positions with those younger guys, or are you trying to specifically find them a role along the line?
No, every spring you're kind of down numbers because you're waiting on the next class to come in, and the last class left. So there's just not that many people. And offensive line's similar to other positions that we basically have 2 units and that's it. So those guys are getting a ton of reps and they're getting a lot better.
You have benchmarks, Scott, kind of after week 3, after week 4, you kind of where you want to be, or kind of thoughts on where you need to be now and what you still need to do with 2 weeks to go?
No, I mean it's not really measurable. We're watching it every day. We see guys improving every day, and sometimes it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. But a lot of young guys, like I said, are getting reps and getting a lot better. We're obviously getting good play out of some guys with some experience. So, it's hard to measure it, but I think we've gotten better every day we've been out there.
Mark and Don were talking about the unlimited food rule that might be passed next week. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'm mostly worried about like Coach Shenander and Joe Bernardi, because with unlimited food, those guys might not fit through the front door of the building anymore. It's a great deal for our players. They were kind of on their own to cook. If most of these guys, they're not exactly Betty Crocker, so it's great for them to have this available to them all the time.
For the walk-ons too?
Yeah, the walk-ons, those guys are important, and they put in just as much work and effort as anybody else, and to give them a chance to eat and get the same nutrition as the other guys, it's a big positive for them, and they deserve it.
Scott, Coach Kelly used to talk about teachable moments. Are there a lot of teachable moments in spring ball, or is it also about getting as many reps and as many looks at kids as you can?
No, you're always still learning. I mean, you want to get as many reps as you can. You want to get guys experience, but we do a lot of situations, game situations, overtime, second down and long, end of the game situations and scenarios. And the more those guys can experience that, the more they'll learn.
How's the tempo been? 9 practices in. Tempo, Johnny Munt said that it's not quite where he'd like to see it.
Yeah, tempo's hard when you're playing young guys. We got some guys playing new positions, and we got some young players, particularly at the skill positions. And when those guys have to run around fast, get lined up fast, and know what to do, sometimes they can't do it as fast, and we can't snap the ball till everybody's set. So that's something we'll keep working on, but it'll come along.
I assume that's one of the big things, and one of the most beneficial things about spring ball is it really jumpstarts those younger guys going into fall camp.
Yeah, I mean they're getting force-fed reps right now. Those young guys are out there, and they're not sitting on a knee watching everybody else. They're out there getting run into the ground. So it's death by reps for them, and I think it'll show up in improvements down the road.
Scott, do you envision